sequel. Dan Hanzus, do you know who that was?
What was it? Public Enemy?
Wow. Mira vos.
Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me.
Good way to eat up 15 seconds on the segment.
All right, now
listen.
keep talking about overhyped teams. I had no idea you were going to get there.
We're going to dig into a deep history of late 20th century hip-hop after this, but
good.
For now, let's talk about who is the teams we shouldn't be buying into right now, even though everybody else seems to be. We'll start with the Jaguars.
Well, the Jaguars, for me, it's a 2-off-season scenario because last year I spent and wasted about 100 human man-hours in this office typing articles, doing videos about the Jaguars making some tremendous leap, and then they don't lay an egg. They lay a comprehensive egg going 3-13. I understand that you've added some defensive parts. There is promise on defense, but you cannot give me a hyped-up team until you show me absolute guaranteed production at the quarterback position. Blake Bortles, if anything, has regressed, and he's a major concern, and so I don't buy anything surrounding the Jaguars going beyond maybe 6-7 wins with Blake Bortles at quarterback.
Well, buy this, Sizzler. Sorry, Connie.
Whoa!
Tom Coughlin says that pretty much Blake Bortles' mechanics have been corrected.
We hear it every
Yes,
offseason.
it sounds like an off-season drinking game, so everybody can take a drink now. And it's like, yes, we've been waiting for his mechanics to be fixed. He worked with Adam Dedeaux, the quarterback guru in California this offseason, and it's like his decisions also need to be worked on. The turnovers were awful. I mean, he has 51 interceptions in 46 career games, and last year they had the fourth most turnovers in the entire league.
And to paraphrase Rick Pitino once upon a time, 1996, Mark Brunell is not walking through that door. Chad Henne is the backup. They did not really think out what would happen if Blake Bortles was 2016 Blake Bortles. Let's move on to a team. So that was a 3-13 team last year that people are still excited about. But why are we going to rain on the parade of a 13-3 Dallas Cowboys team that a lot of people say are ready to make the leap to the next step? Colleen, why should we be down on the Cowboys?
Because, and we've talked about this a lot on this program and on the podcast as well, the Cowboys sort of have this penchant for doing bad after they do well every season. And it's sort of like, okay, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop with them. The defense had so much turnover this year. I'm worried about the secondary. They're kind of putting all their eggs in Taco Charlton's basket to boost that pass rush, which was like basically on life support last year. I'm not buying that defense. I'm buying the offense, just not the D.
Here's my concern, because they weren't great on defense last year, but their formula, and we've discussed this before, they hammered teams. They told you, listen, we've got a great offensive line. We've got Ezekiel Elliott. We're going to run right at you. Teams knew what was happening, and it still worked. What has changed on that side of the ball? They're going to probably have to win some shootouts, but they can do that.
My dad once told me, never put too much trust in a man named Taco. That's an issue potentially.
Is that
Garrett.
true?
Good dad advice.
Yeah, the other issue here is everything went right for the Cowboys last year. They stayed healthy. The rookies went off. It really seemed like a Destiny-type season, and it didn't work out. And it makes me think that was kind of – you don't get a lot of open windows in the NFL. It felt like they had that window last year, and it would make sense if they regressed just a little bit.
Yeah, and if I know Cowboys fans, they're going to be open-minded about this criticism.
See, now the Eagles side in you's coming out. The Eagles are looking up at the Cowboys. You got to deal with that a little bit.
I know, exactly. That's been my whole life.
This was a sneak attack on your part. We get it.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we got here, Andrew.
I'm impressed you knew Nation of Millions.
I'm going to hit you with an alternative rock quiz next time.
True story. I once ran into Chuck D at the sushi counter at a Whole Foods.